Hello and welcome back to Teach Me Money Methods, and in this video we're going to be doing some live keyword research. I have no idea what niche we will uncover or find, but I think that just going over how to do some niche research live and unscripted. I didn't find the niche ahead of time. I just logged into Helium 10 software where we will start out our niche research, and then we will go and verify these niches using other softwares or just using Amazon. So we're right here, and I'm going to go ahead and use the black box Amazon product research feature so we can really dive in and look at some niches. So I'm going to use the black box, and we're going to go ahead and let's go try to use some of these other different tools. I usually use the products and keywords feature, but I'm going to go ahead and click on the niche tool this time. And we can put in a phrase here. So let's look for some kids coloring books. So coloring book for kids. And let's see what kind of categories we have here. We're going to definitely select books because we know it's in the books category. And then we can go over here, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the advanced filters right here. And just kind of looking through here, sales year over year. So if we wanted to look at the history of like last year, maybe we're looking at April or we're trying to prepare our books for May, we can use the sales year over year feature to look at sales from last year to see what books were big in last year in April and May, but we're not going to use that this time. We're going to go price change, no, sales change, best sales period, don't need any of that. Sales to reviews and monthly sales units, no. So best sellers rank is really what we like to go for. So I'm going to go here, and we're going to look at anything at 300, 1, 2, 3. So 300,000, 1 to 300,000 should bring in some good niches. And you can narrow this by the number of sellers, a number of active sellers could put in a max there, but we're probably looking at quite a bit of sellers here with doing Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing for paperbacks. There's going to be a lot of sellers. So this feature I would recommend if you were doing, Amazon FBA and selling a product, outsourcing a product, and then selling that on Amazon. But in this case, we are looking at books today. So then we have fulfillment, images, weight, and you can exclude keywords. And we might use this feature once we see what it pulls back. Title, keyword, research. So you can put your title in right here. Let's see what that says. Product, title, keyword, search only. So we can really narrow it down to just that. We might also use that seller, that feature as well. But then we're just going to push search right now and see what is going to show up for us. So you can see just the niche coloring book for kids is obviously, the revenue is really big. And the average BSR is 61,000. It's a good niche. The average reviews is high, and the average selling price is $6.46, and the total revenue is over $1 million, over $500,000 just from kids, from the coloring book for kids niche. So we come in here, and toddler coloring book for kids ages 1 to 4, 100 fun pages of letters, words, numbers. So there really isn't a keyword. The keyword they're going after is toddler coloring book. So you could take the toddler coloring book, right? And we can come back over here and just see what toddler coloring book. It's probably going to be very competitive if we just go for the toddler coloring book keyword, and we'll push search. Now it does have 10,000 search results right there. So that's really, 10,000 results is just not niched down enough for us to go after this keyword. So we would skip this. I am going to turn on my Amazon suggestion expander keyword tool. And then I'm also going to turn on the other one, KDP Niche Research Expander as well. This is from the Self-Publishing Titans tool. This is free to download. Just type in Self-Publishing Titans in Google, and you will find the Chrome extension to download this. It will go out and do our niche score for us, right? And then I'm just going to come back in here. Unicorn coloring book. We know that that's going to be most likely competitive. I already know that that's going to be competitive. So I am going to go in here. You know what? I don't want to look for stuff that Dover is doing. So I'm going to go back up here, try to clean this up, and I'll put it in the exclude Dover, and we're going to do search. and it should leave out the Dover coloring books should not show up. Yep, it got rid of it, so that's great. Coloring books for kids, cool nature. So I wonder if this keyword right here, or even coloring book for kids, nature, might be a keyword. Cool might not. So toddler, I was right. It does have a great BSR, but the number of search results is just too many, 17,000. It's just too many, and there's too many reviews, so it's just too much competition. Coloring books for kids, nature, and then if you type in nature, it does show up right here. I like to see if it's going to show up in the toolbar here. That means that people are searching this, so I'm going to go ahead and click it. We're going to see what this pulls up live, and it's going to run its analysis. So we can go back to Helium 10 and try to find another one. And you can see, Paw Patrol, we'd stay away from that. There's going to be a copyright on that, or a trademark on that, so we'll skip that one. And Bluey, stay away from that as well. How to draw anime, learn to draw anime. And so that's, I don't see, so this is where, this is in that niche. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the title keyword search, and we are going to go ahead and put coloring book for kids. And I just want to look at title keyword search. I want to see if we can narrow it down. It has to have title keyword search. It has to have the title in it. And coloring book for kids, coloring book for kids, it has to be in the top. So Mermaid coloring book, we could check that one out as well. So as you can see, I'm using the power of Helium 10 to look up all these niches for me. And we already know, so the reason why I'm using Helium 10 is because I was able to put in the parameters. We know the books that we're looking up right here are selling. We know that they have good BSRs, right? And we know that they're selling, and that's what this tool does for us. And then we're reverse engineering these keywords to go and verify these. So, here's a decent niche right here. It's only at 3,000, just over 3,000. So I would consider this still a good niche, and it's at 46. So it's over 40, which is my cross check. So here's one you could definitely look at, which is coloring books for kids nature. There's one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to duplicate that. I want to kind of leave that one open in case we want to come back to it. And now we're going to look for a Mermaid coloring book and then put a space bar to see what this tool, what Amazon's going to show up for us. So you have Mermaid coloring book, and then you have all these other niches that you can go in. So for girls and for toddlers, but I like to start off with the main broad keyword first to see what the niche score looks like. If the niche does not have, if there's, I'm really looking right here at BSRs, because if it has a bad BSR for the broad keyword, then you can bet that on the long tail keywords, the very specific niches, that it's going to have even worse BSRs. So, I always look at the main keyword first to see how we're doing first before I niche down even further. Are there further niches we want to go further into in the Mermaid coloring book niche space, right? So that loaded up, and we have some good BSRs and a little competitive, a lot of reviews. That's why it's under 40. So we could take this one step further and maybe see what for kids looks like. And we could try, so yeah, we'll try for kids, and then I'm going to come back. We'll do one more. Go into Helium 10 and try to find one more book. Easter's over, so let's leave that alone. So here's an interesting one. It is ranking. It has a 92,000 BSR, and it is bird coloring book for kids. It's interesting that it's selling that much. I would imagine this isn't going to be an amazing keyword. So just remember, jot that one down. We found a good niche, coloring book for kids, nature. 46. You're welcome to check that one out. Bird coloring book for kids does show up, and there are two other niches inside there. So we'll just check this one out. We'll go check out our other niche. So this is kind of how I do my research. I have several different ways I do the research, but this is one of them, is just kind of going and still using the SBT tool to get a final score. And using cross-referencing and using multiple key tools to do it. But starting off in Helium 10, I liked that because it saves a lot of time and does a lot of powerful research. So you know that you're only looking at books that are making money. So the Mermaid, that one did not pull up. Oh, it did. Okay. So it's right out of 40. The only thing that's really holding you back on this one is the tool's kind of getting wacky here, but you can see that there's 2,500. So the results are not that high, under 3,000. I like it to be 2,000 or less, but 2,500 still pretty good. Average reviews are under 1,000, not too bad. But the average BSR is 400,000. But, the way I look at this is that this is under 500,000, right? It's a pretty low competition, and we still are at a 40 here. So if you're looking for books and niches to go into and you're not finding any, this one would be probably an approved niche that you could still make a mermaid coloring book for kids. And if you niche down even further, you know that the score is probably going to get worse because the BSR is going to go up. So then the niche score is going to go down a little bit. But you can put together a mermaid coloring book for kids in 15 minutes, using Creative Fabrica and Canva. So yes, this is another good niche. We'll go back and see the bird coloring book for kids is only a 31, not a good BSR. So, you can come through and look, there's going to be a couple books that are ranking, but just not good enough to, I think that this is that one we found. But just not good enough to probably create a book. It's just the number's just not good enough. Maybe if it was 38, 39, then I would kind of assess it, but it's just a little too low. So anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up. That was some keyword research for you for Amazon KDP coloring books. And I hope you enjoyed it. Some of the methods that I use and cross-referencing using paid tools and using free tools. Helium 10, if you want to try the tool out for free, then go ahead. There will be a link below. I also have some special discount codes for Helium 10 only through my link where you can get a really nice lifetime discount if you sign up through my link. Also, I will leave the free, I'll leave 2 links, and one of them is also where you can download the free extension as well. And then finally, if you need to download Self-Publishing Titans, you can just Google Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension in Google and download that to use it for free as well. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next.